Well. What it do, y'all? It's your brother man from the motherland coming to you guys live from the NY back with another one of that Repent or Die podcast. For those that don't know who I am, I'm him, Junes, and NBIC, giving all praise and glory to the heavenlies, for they are worthy to be praised. Last but not least, I'm going to give a shout out to all you guys for your continuous support, leaving all the feedback, the positive, the negative, all things is respected and needed because it allows me to do what I do best, and that is to continue keeping my foot on these heathens, these he-grows, and the newly installed heathenites. Next round of applause for that. Yeah, man. Beautiful July 1st, top of the top. I'm up early in the AM putting these things together so you guys can have something to look forward to for the week. Help you go through your week. You know what I'm saying? Keep you in a clear state of mind and in a path of righteousness, operating in decency and order, love and unity, right? Um, I gotta let you guys know that summer conversation, which was every summer, every Saturday, we have classes at 4 o'clock, and this one was a phenomenal one. I know some of you guys don't know about the Zoroastrian, Aztec religion, but according to the studies and the research, this is the founding fathers of all three major religions here in the world. Yes, that's including Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, right? Broke it down, dive into it, nothing too crazy, but I do these things for us to realize that we got to put everything to the table due to the plagiarism and the lies that these people have told us for how many years. Um, my big bro posted something on the chat, and let's just say I need to go back and read the book of Jubilees. Um, you know, Trying to find truth, you got to go back a few steps. And also, shout out to my other big bro, my brother Garvey, man. Um, I know you dealing with what you dealing with. Just know that the creators is with you. Just know that your little bro is with you. We whenever you ready, we always, I'm not too hard to be found. You ain't too far from where I'm at, right? Um, Other than that, my week was good. Looking forward to this week. Um, Doing a lot of things. And just stay tuned, man. We working. Stay tuned. Got a lot of things in the works, a lot of ideas, a lot of stuff that I want to accomplish. Hopefully I get them accomplished. Um, but of course it will be done without the service and the help of you guys, right? Cool. So before we do the broadcast, we definitely gotta dive into the weekly hood news. The hood is still shady, still grimy, still ain't no sunshine where we from. Mm-mm-mm. Only darkness every day. Mm-mm-mm. Ain't no sunshine where we from, 'cause where we from, homie, you can be gone anytime. 'Cause the streets don't play. Yeah, man, streets ain't playing. R.I.P. DMX, I ain't do that chant, that song in a very long time. But on some hood news, man, streets is still crazy. I had to save these things on my phone. First of all, the other day, and I posted up on my IG, a teenager was found unalive on top of the train because he wanted to subway surf and he got put in the dirt. Right. Just the other day, Sunday, a 17-year-old was found ashore after drowning in the Rockaway Beach and you know, I consider it, you know, they call it Queens, but I think it's like borderline outside Brooklyn, bro. You know what I'm saying? For real. Um, this individual was he swam up. His body was found on shore. My condolences to the family. You know, it's definitely something to question. Um, the NBA draft, uh, LeBron James and his son on the same team. And let me just say this before I even dive in. And I know this is off topic, but I gotta talk about this, man. Um, I'm starting to believe that the NBA is like the WWE. It's a scripted entertainment um corporation that's designed to keep people distracted and engaged in foolishness, man. JJ Redick getting signed, Bronny James getting signed. I mean, listen, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't want to be the conspiracy theorist, but yeah, I'm just gonna just leave basketball alone for a little bit, and hopefully, you know, hopefully it will show itself sooner or later down the line. But of course, we got to talk about the political debate. Shout out to Trump, man. Trump for being a European, but delivering it and talking like an ignorant nigga, man. Shout out to you for that. Shout out to you for that. Um, I didn't really get a chance to watch all of it. A lot of my information intel came from the Wiz, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? She's into stuff like that. You know, me personally, I really don't give two sugar honey iced tea. But according to what she said, man, the Democrats is highly upset. They don't think this Joe left behind in is capable of running a country. That man was never capable of running a country. He was never meant to run a country. Even when he was second in command running the country, he didn't do nothing for you dummies. But, you know, when I say these things, I'm the bad guy. But, you know, sometimes you got to let brothers and sisters see it for themselves based on the actions that this man has done within the last 4 years. You can honestly say that this was probably the worst president that ever walked on the face of this earth since George Bush Sr. Okay? I'm just saying it. I'm just gonna speak what you guys are afraid to speak. Which leads to today's conversation, man. Yes. Why don't we have any power? Why don't we have any say? And when I say we, I'm talking about the black and brown. Why don't we have any power? Why don't we have any say? Why don't we receive any justice when bad things happen to us? Why aren't we having none of these? You know why? It's because we have no power. You know why? Because power is knowledge, and knowledge is something we no longer want to retrieve. We don't want to seek knowledge, whether it's spiritual, whether it's physical, mental, emotional. We don't want no type of knowledge. We don't want the wisdom, right, to enhance us in preparations for the things to come. And because of these behaviors is the reason why we are in these circumstances that we are in now, right? Now, they say to know where you're going, right? To know where you're going, to fix the future, let's just put it like that. To fix the future, you must understand the present. To understand the present, you must first understand your past. Because all of these things go hand in hand. And when you look at today's generation, a nation that is filled with emotions, filled with self-entitlement, this self-entitlement has overtaken the minds of our people to the point where we don't want wisdom. We prefer to be entertained. I said that before and I'm gonna say it again. We don't desire wisdom. We prefer to be entertained. It's so bad for us as a whole that sometimes I sit when I drive or I sit on my computer desk putting lessons and getting ready to do the podcast. Sometimes I question, is it even worth me doing this? Because me trying to change my people is like me taking a cup, right? Taking a cup and trying to take the water out the Atlantic Ocean. And it's sad that I'm saying this, but the more and more I interact with my people, the more and more I see my people on social media, it shows me how far gone we have become. And a lot of it comes because we're not seeking knowledge. And because we're not seeking knowledge is the reason why we are the weakest of the weak. We're so weak, people, that other nations that are physically, genetically weaker than us are completely confident in disrespecting you, disrespecting your children, disrespecting your woman. Let me show you how weak we are as a nation. We're so weak that the police department are now putting 2 female officers in communities. We are so weak that the police department are hiring 4'5" Mexicans to patrol your streets, overweight Chinese to patrol your streets. Why? Because you're weak. Because we don't seek knowledge. We don't desire that. We don't try. We don't want to be intelligent. That's just too much work. We don't want to read books. That's just too much work. We just want to have this. This is all we want. This keeps us happy. This keeps us level-headed because this connects to your dopamine. Your dopamine is connected to the food that you eat, the high intake of sugar. This connects to the dopamine of entertainment. We got more black people know about basketball stars and rappers than they do their own community, than they do freedom fighters outside of Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. How many of these brothers know Brother Ben, Brother Clark? None. And these are the pioneers that elevated us to get to where we at right now. But nobody has taken the baton to take it a step further. Now, I'm not here to point fingers at nobody, but there's a lot of well-spoken individuals who are on the scene who supposedly represent in black consciousness, but are leaving black people unconscious. And these people are being supported by you guys. When you ask for the receipt for your support, for your contribution, you are given a runaround. And these are the things that we as individuals got to start paying attention to. And the fact that we are here just shows you that we really and truly lack wisdom. And because we lack wisdom, you see, we have no power. There's no power in our community. There's no power in the people. Please. The gay people got more rights than you now. Civil rights that once upon a time were for black people has made a transition to transsexuals and homosexuals. You're left out the loop. You're not considered in the conversations anymore. You have become expendable, black people. And while you running around crying for reparations, feeling like America owe you something, America's looking at you like, we got to get rid of this filth. We got to get rid of this stain, because this stain is making our so-called place called America look bad. It's making it look dirty. So we got to remove this stain. So they're putting the drugs, they're putting the vaccines, they're putting new laws and regulations. They're gonna force the people, black people, primarily into submission. You just sit down and wait for it. They're gonna force us into submission because they know we got no power. $2 trillion of spending power. But because we lack wisdom, we can't take that $2 trillion and create it to national wealth. We can't do that. We refuse to do that. We still beefing. You still mad at me about something I did to you 15 years ago. We still moving around in a space of can't forgive each other. We glorify and chant and sing songs glorifying the murder of black men, the disrespect of black women, the killing of black children. This is what we doing. This is where we at. Oh yeah. Listen, I'm here to tell you the truth. We have gotten so low as a nation. It's sad. Where I have to question, is it really worth it? For you niggas? These niggas? I mean, damn. I'm trying to figure out how Harriet Tubman was feeling. I mean, damn. I'm trying to figure out how Fred Hampton was feeling. When you really giving yourself to the people in hopes that the people would take heed to what's being said and take this $1,000 phone of theirs and go look up for knowledge. And when this can't give you the answers, you would think brothers and sisters will go to the library. You know what I need to do? I need to go to the library. I'm gonna make that my mission to go to the library. Maybe Wednesday. Wednesday I'm gonna go to the library. I'm gonna go to the library and I'm gonna take my daughter with me. And we're gonna go to the library, we're gonna sit down and we're just going to just read. I might just get a library card. Yes, we got all these books, all these lectures, all these well-educated men who risk their lives, who sacrifice their time to bring forth knowledge to the people. And we reject it because we rather watch LeBron James. We reject it because we rather watch a rapper talking about killing a homie, smoking on a pack of a homie. And then when things don't go our way, we go run into the enemy and asking the enemy for reparations. We asking the enemy for consideration. We asking the enemy for appreciation and acceptance. We are still here 400 years later. Our ancestors did not sacrifice themselves to get us here, for us to be here and act like we don't care. For sisters like Harriet Tubman, Frances Cress Wilson, the sister, forgot her name, that wrote the PTSS, post-traumatic slave syndrome, to see the state that my sisters are in. Oh, it's summertime outside. It's summertime outside. I'm sure you're gonna see booty holes and panty liners. I'm sure you're gonna see that. Not only are you going to see that, but you're going to see that from a woman who's gonna walk with complete confidence, like there's nothing wrong with what she's doing. Yeah. And the sad thing is, this is the sad thing, people. The sad thing is, we are so immune to it that it doesn't even affect us. And we're so jacked up that if a man was to come to a woman and say, honey, you're not supposed to dress like that, you're gonna get hit with the spiritual rebuttal. Don't judge me. Only God can judge me. This is what I call it, the spiritual rebuttal. You tell a young man, yo, bro, putting your pants on your ass, that's homosexual activities. Yo, why you stressing me? Why you checking me? You know who I am? Oh, here it comes. I let my gun buck. Here it comes. Now here we got the spiritual rebuttal and we got the street rebuttal. Cause nobody wants to be held accountable. But when the police clip your ass, when a man is thrown into jail, they got a brother right now who's been arrested, went to court. All the evidence shows that he wasn't there. He was not even a part of the circumstances. Mistaken identity. They still got this man locked up, and he's still destined to be executed come September 2024. If that alone doesn't raise an eyebrow and have you on a state of, yo, nah, yo, we gotta do something. What can we do? If it doesn't make you think like that, then there's a problem. But what can we do? Because we have embraced and accepted the fact that we have no power, and we're cool with that. But yet we're so angry about it that we do things to get some laughter. So you're gonna get a 6'5", 250-pound, big ass brolic nigga thinking it's okay to be dancing and entertaining and always want to put a smile on people's faces. We don't want no more smiles, bro. I'm not doing my podcast to receive smiles. These podcasts is to open eyes, bring out the frustration, demanding change. Forget the change from them niggas. Don't worry about with the Europeans, because they will never help us. The word tells us no man shall redeem us. But damn, homie, we could at least change ourselves. We could at least get our houses together, our homes together. We could at least do that. Why can't we just do that? And it's not even that hard to do, bro. It's really not that hard to do. But when your dopamine has been under attack for a long period of time, it's hard to get off that drug. Yes, it's hard to get over that drug. It's hard to get over that addiction. That addiction is the phone. That addiction is the sweets, the sugar, the oil. That addiction is entertainment, the music. It's an addiction. Show me a crackhead that ever had power. A crackhead would never have power because he's in the weakest state mentally he could ever be in, and that's where we are. But we hide our deficiencies with work. We hide our addictions with careers, with entertainment. 90% of people that express what they do on social media, 90% of these individuals is miserable, in debt, behind, got no capital. All of this is just a front. One thing I've learned about social media from the time I've returned back to it, one thing I learned about it, that everything that you see and hear, 90% of it is not true. When I was looking for houses to live in Texas before my son was born, I'm looking online, I'm checking things. I'm like, oh, let me see this, let me see that. All through social media. Me and the way said, yo, let's just take a trip out there. Because we was calling, and then these people wanted us to put down payments before we was able to see the apartments. I mean, the houses. I've never heard some foolish thing like that in my life. So that raised my curiosity. I said, let's just go out there. Lo and behold, going out there, you should see where these houses are. Yeah, the houses is cheap, all right, but the community is disgusting. It's disgusting. But this is why we run to social media, because social media, I could sell you anything. I could tell you I'm the richest, the realest, the hardest, well-spoken, super educated. I could tell you all of this. Tell you the food to eat, not to eat, the crabs, the this, the that. I give you all of that. I can give you all of that. But when you look into these brothers, lives, these brothers is sleeping on the floor. These brothers is living off women. These brothers is complaining. These brothers, it's just all jacked up, man. It's jacked up out here. And we're not doing nothing, because instead of correcting it, we run to these outlets to express our frustration, express our bitterness and sadness, and we try to hide it and mask it under entertainment, laughter, joy, taking trips, eating this, doing that. We thinking that's what's bringing us joy, to come back to this hellhole that we are in, to wait for the great white hope. Yes, we still waiting for a white superhero. You should see how much black people was invested into this political debate, this presidential debate. You should see how much black people was invested, because our people is still looking for the white hope, because they gave you a white hope named Jesus the first time, and they still got you waiting on Jesus. Jesus is gonna come. He's gonna soon come. Don't worry. Yes, my channel is called Repent or Die. Repent only means change, people. Get it right. Change or you're going to die. Dude, should I change it to change or die? It sounds trash, right? Yes. That's what people is waiting for. We're waiting for Jesus. Let me tell you this, and I'm gonna say this, and I want you guys to remember this. If anybody tells you that the second coming of Jesus is near, that's them telling you that slavery is around the corner, because Jesus came with slavery. Slavery and religion goes hand in hand. You cannot have one without the other. I repeat, you cannot have one without the other. We are in a state of destruction. We need correction. We need solution. We need to remove the pollution. We need to get rid of the confusion. We need to put an end to the isolation. We need to put an end to all of that. All these things need to be addressed immediately, because we have become the endangered species / race on the face of this earth, and these people are not letting up. If you thought they ain't let up in slavery times, oh no, they're going 10 times even harder now. Why? Because they got us to the point where we honestly think that we are free. Yeah, they think they are free, guys. Good. Let them think that. Let's put laws, let's put rules, let's contaminate the food, let's contaminate the air, let's create this so-called bacteria and tell them that they gotta get medically situated if they wanna come back to work. You know why they was able to do that? Because they know you ain't got no power. You think they was able to force that upon the Jewish people? The Jewish people have power because all they do is seek what? Seek wisdom, seek knowledge. Knowledge is power. They seek that every day. They wake up. Listen, they seek so much knowledge. When I go see my client, they got books, like literally, that you can just open, pull out books to read. I see children running up to these little containers, opening them up, grab a book, go to the park, sit down and read. Guess what we're doing? We're going to the nearest corner, go holla at Poppy and tell Poppy I need a hive. Get a hive. Come sit your ass on the grass, load a hash, and then ponder about how you're gonna get your next cash. This is what we're doing. On our phone, by the way. On Netflix, by the way. It's crazy, people. It's really crazy. And it's sad because, like I said before, we are an endangered species, man. And as a father who has a newborn, I'm scared for my little mans. I'm scared for all my children. I know that my generation, the last of the Mohicans, the 80s babies, we're getting old, man. We're reaching that space of the 40s, right? We're reaching that. The 80s are here. We are here. 2024, somebody was born in 1980. This man will be 44 years old this year. We're knocking at those doors, people. And what are we leaving for these children? Are we just waiting for them to turn 9, 10, 11 years old? And guess what we do? We just gonna give them a phone? That's what we waiting to do. Why aren't these children reading books? Why aren't our children reading books? I remember telling my children's mother, I said, listen, don't allow the children to have any phones until they are in high school. Nope, they ain't listening to me. Now my children is dope heads when it comes to the phone. It's to the point where I gotta say, put your phone right here. Give me your phone. My son, he'll be 19 this year. He like, yo, dad, come on now. I'm paying my own phone bill. What can I say? He is paying his phone bill. He is working. But the addiction came with being given that drug at such a young age. And we got to put an end to it. This is the worst thing that was ever given unto us. This is the gift and the curse right here. It's a gift and a curse. Hold on. This is a gift and a curse right here, people. And it's not gonna get any better, because as technology advanced, the AIs, the chat GPTs, more and more of our people is gonna be fully invested to the point where they are willing to put these things in our bodies. They already got prototypes right now, waiting for some nigga to say how much you will give me for me to put this in my body. Guess how much people who's gonna not turn that off of that? Come on now. especially with the chaos of this world and what's going on, and everybody is just, struggling to survive. Dips here, work there, hustle here, do this. Everybody is just hustling, bro. We are really out here trying to survive. And the reason why we are in these circumstances because we lack knowledge. We don't desire knowledge, knowing that knowledge is power. Through knowledge, you gain power. Through power, you have control. Through control, you can never have to sell your soul. But I'm gonna leave it as that, people. Just a food for thought. Sometimes I gotta just get in my bag and express how I'm feeling, what I'm seeing, and the direction we're going as a people. I ask you guys to continue supporting. Continue leaving your feedback. I need all these feedbacks, the positive, the negative, all the things that's respected, because like I said, it allows me to do what I do best. And yes, I got a whole different, I'm playing around with everything. Pause, you know what I'm saying? Messing with the camera, catching the visuals, doing certain things. Why? Because I'm a perfectionist and I want to perfect this content, this podcast, this YouTube, this Rumble. I want to perfect it. I want to be the best ever. We will be the best ever. You understand? But continue supporting. Leave your feedbacks. The Patreon, I'm going to start working on it. I'm gonna give you guys a world premiere announcement. I don't know yet. I'll let you know when that time comes. But in the meantime, please do subscribe. The links will definitely be in the bio. Share these videos, comment, support, man. Get yourself some merchandise. Put the Repent or Die outfits on. You know what I'm saying? And come outside and let us do what we do best. And what's that? Continue keeping our foot on you heathens, you he-girls, and the newly installed heathenites things. Are you dumb or are you dumb? Listen to the Creator say one time for the one time. I'ma holler at y'all. One.